Do you feel like neck pain is a constant companion when you're working at your desk? Well, you're not alone, but good news, I'm going to show you in this video some simple adjustments that you can make to make neck pain much less likely to be the kind of awkward problem that it is, and you know it is because otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video right now. Neck pain, eh? It's uncomfortable, it can sap your energy, make you feel miserable, make it awkward to do simple things, reaching for things, all the sort of daily acts of everyday living, even looking around you, can be awkward if you've got neck pain. And one of the key culprits I've found in my ergonomics practice is that people's environments are set up poorly, leading to neck pain. So let's get in there and figure out what we can do to sort this out. I'm going to go through them one by one as we go along, check in with each one and make any adjustments in your environment, in your work environment or your home environment. And if you're not there right now, copy the link and send this to yourself, share it with yourself so that you can do it when you're in place. Don't just watch this and think, oh yeah, I'll get around to it later, because guess what? Nothing later ever gets got round to. The biggest culprit I come across when we're working with neck pain, screen height. A lot of you will have your screens either at work or at home, whether you're using a laptop or a phone or a monitor, at a poor height for your head and neck. So ideally your screen here wants to be top of the screen about eye height, so you're looking at that first inch, that first 2 or 3 centimeters the top of the screen, and ideally about arm's length away wherever you're working, which is why all my screens have got fingerprints all over them. But hey, I can't be bothered to clean them. Do that now, figure out, is your screen at the right height? If it's not, there are a number of things you can do. You can use a monitor arm like this, you can adjust and raise the stand, you can place it on top of things like those Jamie Oliver cookbooks that have been in the cupboard for however long, finally you have a use for them. Whatever it is, make sure that you get that screen height. If you're using a mobile phone, you can use a stand like this one, brings it up, makes it much easier to look at than if something's down on the desk and you're leaning over to use it. And the same goes for tablets as well. Tablet stands make a big difference because they're orienting the screen towards you and raising it. You can get phone stands, tablet stands, monitor arm risers, all of these at our website, posturestars.com. But let's move on. Next, chairs. If your chair's too low for what you're working on, you're going to be craning up to look at it possibly. You're also going to be risking arm and hand pain and all sorts of problems through that. And if your chair's too high, then your feet aren't supported, and the tendency is then either to wrap your legs around the chair, and generally we end up pulling down to use our keyboard, mouse, or whatever it is we're working on. So take the time to adjust your chair to its right height, either if it's a chair like this, hips a little above the knees, flat on the floor, or if you haven't got an adjustable chair, you can use things like footrests to make sure that your feet are supported, or steal from other people in your house stylish and affordable cushions to make sure that you get yourself to the right height. And let's go back to screens. Laptops. If you've got a laptop and it's flat on the desk there, you definitely need a laptop riser. I'd show you with my laptop, but my wife's stolen it and is currently building up her Etsy store, so I'm not able to demonstrate to you here, but have a laptop stand with your laptop on. Always use a separate keyboard and a separate mouse with your laptop. Laptop stand, separate keyboard and mouse means that the screen's much higher, so you're not pulling down like this to type away, giving yourself all that neck pain as a result. You want your back supported wherever it is in a chair so that your spine's nicely supported here. It is okay if you haven't got a chair back to sit like this for periods of time, but you do want to make regular breaks, get up and out of that chair as often as possible. So if you've got a nice lumbar support chair like this, make sure it's adjusted to the right place, or use a cushion again at the back of the chair if you've got a kitchen chair to give yourself better lumbar support there in the small of your back and that nice round hollow of your back, which is going to help you stack up better so your neck's much more comfortable because it's supported from the bottom upwards. While we're at it, always remember to take regular breaks. Sitting there for 2 or 3 hours working away at a computer or browsing your favourite social media sites is not going to do your neck any good at all. The body hates to be static for long periods of time. We want to get up and out and moving, get out and about, whatever it is. Go and get a drink of water and come back, go to the toilet or the loo. And if you can at lunchtime, get a walk out in the great outdoors. See a bit of the real world, not the screen, and you'll notice when you're walking around that you're naturally giving your neck a bit of a mobility workout in the first place. Talking about neck mobility, There are various stretches that you can do. Don't practice any of these if you think it's going to hurt you. I'm not a medically trained doctor and I accept no responsibility for any discomfort or pain that you may have as a result of these stretches. Spoiler alert, they're generally quite gentle. Look at this one here. Just gently resting the hand on the head here is a nice stretch down this side of the neck. And you can do that down the other side as well. Nice little stretch down the side of the neck there. So be careful when you do these. You don't want to hurt yourself, but none of them are no-brainers. Stretching from side to side, rotating your head from side to side, just getting that movement in that our necks readily and happily want to enjoy. So what are the benefits of adopting some of those little adjustments? Well, it's going to improve your neck pain over time. I do hope so. If you're struggling with neck pain, those little adjustments can make a massive difference. It's going to mean you're able to focus better because you're less tired and you're less achy. So if you're a worker, you should be able to get your work done nicely. And it's going to help prevent those long-term issues from sitting in static positions in poor postures for long periods of time as well. Common mistakes to avoid: screen at the wrong height, chairs poorly set up, spending too long in the wrong position, interfacing with technology poorly, giving yourself tech neck because the screens are down there and you're being pulled out. So always try and sit upright and look out towards the screen that you're looking at, as opposed to dragging yourself in towards the screen that you're looking at. There are many ways to learn more about these. Alexander technique is a great way to become posturally aware of yourself. If you can find an Alexander technique teacher near you, they're great with necks, absolutely fantastic. So I'm hoping those tiny little changes are going to make a massive change to how your neck feels. It might take a day or two or three or more for those changes to build up cumulatively to make your neck feel better. It might be that just some of those simple adjustments are a quick and instant fix for you. Let me know. But if you'd like to find out more in depth, and particularly if you're a desk worker, head on over to posturestars.com and you'll find my free course, Desk Posture Made Easy, which will go in depth into all of these elements, leaving you feeling much more comfortable and in a lot less pain at the end of the day. What's not to like? If you want to find out more about all of these sorts of things as well, check out this next video.